Farmers are under attack. Our real estate market is under attack. Our economy is under attack. And if you watch my previous videos, you would realize that our farmland is under attack as well, as more and more foreign investors have been buying up our American farmland. And as more and more meat packing plants are destroyed, as more cows are mysteriously killed, as more and more self-meat processing, I don't know how I should label these. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. As more and more of these self-meat processing locations on your own private land are confiscated by the U.S. government, our food supply will be further and further under attack. And with rising inflation and diminishing availabilities of food supplies, cost of food will continue to rise. Now, foreign investors are slowly returning back to our U.S. housing market, and this is something that we should be paying very, very close attention to. And essentially, anyone who's tried to buy a home over the last couple of years, they know that it's been competitive, to say the least. A house hits the market, and 30 people, and this could be a $700,000 house. And it's crazy because the way our economy is going, the way the housing market has been going, a $700,000 house, at least in the vicinity of where I live, it's not a mansion. It's a nice house, but it's barely above a starter home. And so when you find yourself in an economic climate where $700,000 barely gets you above the basics just to call it home, that's a problem. Now, I also hit the internet today and saw that many people have been applying for mortgages, and get this, they're getting rates of upwards of 7% for mortgages. So people are still buying houses, but they're paying a whole lot more for them, and interest rates are going higher and faster than the rate and cost of homes are decreasing in value. Meaning, many people have sat on the sidelines trying to figure out, okay, should I keep renting? Should I purchase a home? Should I lock in the price of real estate at this time before it continues to go higher? Or do I try to wait it out? Hopefully interest rates will come back down, which we haven't seen yet. Hopefully real estate prices would come down, which we really haven't seen yet. So buyers are still getting screwed. And now it may have just gotten worse, as overseas clients are now looking at the U.S. housing market and saying, hey, maybe we need to come on in. Now, we're seeing buyers come in well above the asking price with all cash deals. Now you got to ask yourself, what kind of people are coming in with all cash? These are people who are literally actually flush with cash. These are the types of individuals who own businesses that potentially make millions of dollars every single year. There are some businesses that potentially make millions of dollars every single month. And in addition to that, you got some side hustles nowadays that are generating millions of dollars per year. In fact, over the last 18 months, I've personally met multiple people who have watched their side hustle turn into something that was little more than just a part-time additional source of income for themselves, for their family, to help them be able to have extra money for prepping, to help them to have additional money to contribute to their 401k, their retirement account, their IRAs. And many people I've met have decided that, hey, I don't want to rent anymore. And so people are taking this time, they're saying, hey, I don't want to rent anymore, but rent is so expensive that it's almost impossible to have money left over to save for a down payment. So many people are creating these side hustles, they're taking these extra jobs, they're doing gig work, they're doing Walmart, Spark, they're selling items on Craigslist as a business. They're creating 1099 income for themselves, they're selling products on Amazon, they're doing affiliate marketing, they're doing all sorts of different things to generate income. They're making money in the crypto space. Some people I've met a guy who does a side hustle as a cryptocurrency consultant. So he takes on zero risk. All he does is consult people on how to make money with cryptocurrency. Crazy. And this man is making like, $1,000 every couple of days on the side. In fact, like I said, many of these people doing these side hustles, they started it off just to kind of like make a little bit extra money on the side, but more frequently am I seeing more and more people realizing that these side hustles can be scaled into making more money than their full-time job. And it's crazy where they can go. So that's how a lot of these all cash buyers are coming in and buying real estate. They're buying single family assets with all cash, and now they've taken the banks completely out of the situation. And so banks are no longer banks, and the interest rates that they're charging is no longer relevant. And so with an all cash real estate deal, the game is totally different. And with this being said, things could actually get worse. Now, one group was pretty much all but discouraged during this housing pandemic. Foreign buyers. But now, foreign real estate investors and foreign individuals who want to invest in American land, American real estate, American farmland, they are slowly coming back. And the National Association of Realtors has been picking this up and realizing, hey, what do they see here on American soil in terms of asset appreciation that the average American is not seeing? Now, of course, you got travel restrictions during the pandemic, which prevented a lot of the overseas buyers from abroad from being able to travel to the United States. But a lot of these travel restrictions are being lifted, and many people are traveling overseas to the United States, and they're starting off to just like come out here to vacation, to shop. But they realize that, hey, there's an opportunity here. So a lot of these foreign investors, a lot of these foreign real estate buyers end up shopping for homes right here in the United States. So the more that these restrictions are lifted, the more of these foreign investors are coming in and they're saying, hey, let's buy out some of this real estate. Now, a lot of people wonder, hey, how are you able to just hang out at Top Golf in the middle of the afternoon? And it's literally because, one day I said, hey, I don't want to be limited to just one source of income. Let me create additional sources of income through side hustles and part-time job, gig work, scalable online businesses, whether that be affiliate marketing, whether that be just different types of online businesses. You can generate a very respectable income on your own time. And a lot of people have been quitting their jobs as a result of this great resignation. And they've realized the different types of opportunities that are available. Now, it does take a little bit of work to get going, but it's absolutely possible. So you got to ask yourself, are you willing to work? Is it important enough to you to be able to spend time and, enjoy yourself and spend time with your family? To have extra money to do a proper prep, to fill your pantry with emergency goods and have redundant generators, not just one, to be able to purchase real estate that is able to accommodate all of your prep. If you have a small piece of property and a small house, you can't prep the same way as someone with a larger property, say multiple acres, and a lot more square footage. So, it's possible. That's all I'm saying. I want to encourage you guys. It is absolutely possible. Now, between April of last year and March of this year, international real estate buyers have already purchased up $59 billion worth of U.S. residential properties. Now, just as a comparison, that is more than 8.5% more than the previous year. So, and this is in the face of increasing interest rates. Now, the increase in the U.S. dollar value was basically largely due to rising purchase prices, because everybody's hitting the market with money, with cash. They're driving up the market. They're driving up the real estate values, and as each person pays more than the last person for real estate, it's pushing all of the real estate prices in the immediate area upward. And so if you owned real estate in the last 2 years, 3 years, more than likely you saw your net worth increase by anywhere from $40,000 to a couple of $1 million. And it is likely that we may see a pause in this trend, but it's also very likely that this trend will continue in terms of real estate appreciation, real estate demand, and growth. One very wealthy individual told me years ago that real estate's, for the most part, not in all cases, you know, the deal has to make sense, but real estate is generally a very good investment because it offers tax advantages. You can depreciate the asset. You can leverage the asset through mortgages and different types of creative financing, and it can't be faked. You can scam somebody out of some cryptocurrency or some kind of like fake asset that you can't touch. But you know, maybe an NFT, you invest in an NFT and it's not worth anything later. But you buy real estate and they're not making any more of it. So, you know, I think a lot of overseas international investors are realizing that. So I wanted to share this information with you guys and let you know what is coming down the pipeline, because it's not exactly what they're telling us on mainstream news. So if you made it this far in this video, drop a like for the video. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one.